Once upon a time, in a grand and prosperous kingdom, there lived a powerful king. His palace was a marvel of architecture, his armies were invincible, and his wealth seemed endless. Yet, despite having everything, the king often felt empty. Deep in his heart, he yearned for peace and purpose, but could not find it in his riches or power. One day, while riding through a bustling market, the king's attention was caught by an unusual sight. At the corner of the street, a beggar sat on the ground, dressed in tattered clothes, with nothing but a small bowl in front of him. Despite his dire circumstances, the beggar's face radiated contentment. It was as though he held a secret treasure the king himself did not possess. Curious, the king stopped and asked, "Why do you look so happy, beggar? You have nothing, no wealth, no home, not even proper clothes. What could possibly make you smile like that?" The beggar looked up, his eyes sparkling with wisdom. "Your Majesty," he said with a soft smile, "I may not have material wealth, but I possess something far more valuable: peace of mind. I have no fear of losing what I don't own, and no burden of maintaining what I don't need." The king was stunned by the beggar's words. That night, as he lay in his luxurious bed, he couldn't stop thinking about what the beggar had said. How could a man with nothing be happier than a king with everything? Determined to find the answer, the king summoned the beggar to his palace the next day. When the beggar arrived, the king offered him a bag of gold and said, "Here, take this wealth. It will make your life easier." The beggar chuckled and replied, "Your Majesty, gold can fill my bowl, but it cannot fill my soul. True happiness doesn't come from possessing more, it comes from needing less." Intrigued, the king decided to test the beggar's philosophy. He disguised himself as a commoner and spent an entire week living with the beggar in the streets. During this time, the king learned how to live with simplicity, appreciate small blessings, and find joy in the present moment. By the end of the week, the king had a revelation. He realized that his constant pursuit of more power, more wealth, more recognition, had blinded him to the simple joys of life. When he returned to his palace, the king implemented changes in his life and his kingdom. He started focusing on the well-being of his people, giving generously to the poor, and spending more time with his family. Slowly but surely, he began to feel the peace and happiness he had always yearned for. The beggar's wisdom transformed the king's life forever. From that day onward, the king ruled with kindness and compassion, ensuring that his people thrived. The beggar, on the other hand, continued to live his humble life, spreading his simple yet profound philosophy to anyone who would listen. And so, the story of the king and the beggar became a timeless tale, reminding generations that true happiness doesn't lie in accumulating wealth, but in finding peace within. The lesson here is simple yet powerful. Sometimes the greatest riches are not found in gold or jewels, but in gratitude, simplicity, and contentment. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more motivational content, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Remember, true happiness lies in gratitude and simplicity. Start embracing it today.